Crypto, vanity sports, and gambling online. It's easier than ever to place a bet on your favorite team right there on your phone.
Cyber betting reached a market value of $93 billion in 2024. Fans will wager an estimated $3.1 billion during March Madness alone. That makes them prime targets for scams. National consumer correspondent Ash-har Quraishi has some advice to avoid getting ripped off while rooting for your favorite team.
When you think traditionally about gambling, this is kind of what you picture.
Right.
And this time of year, it gets a little bit more busy.
That's right.
Cybersecurity firm CEO Kevin Goschuk says while you take a risk betting at the casino, you're taking an even bigger gamble online.
We're in March Madness, so it's peak season for scams. Is fake websites, fake apps being set up to lure you to go and put money into them, claim you're going to win big, and then, of course, it's a rug pull. There's no money to be gained.
Online gaming platforms topped the list for suspected digital fraud in the U.S. in 2023, with TransUnion flagging nearly 11% of transactions.
From 1 second to another, it all went south.
After years of gaming online, Ricardo Rivera was hoping to cash in big to pay for his mother's cancer treatment. Instead, he says he became a fraud victim on a crypto gambling site called SpinMe.club.
I basically hit the biggest jackpot that they have, and it was a $4 million.
Rivera had already deposited hundreds of dollars in cash and Bitcoin to open his account, but to claim his $4 million jackpot, there was a new catch. He was told to pay another $1,000 to cover taxes.
At what point did you realize you had just gotten scammed?
Right there. Right when they said you need to deposit $1,000.
He says when he complained to customer service, the site blocked him and kept his money.
Some people might say the idea of winning $4 million is so beyond expectations, you should have known better.
But I've never seen it happen to me.
Gaming is just yet another thing on their list of things they can do to scam people out of money, right?
Kevin Goschuk says the site Rivera played on appears to be unlicensed and unregulated, what he calls classic warning signs.
How do you know the difference between a legitimate online gambling operation and one that's not?
If you're intending to gamble, go with the well-known sport bet websites, the ones that you see on TV, the ones that you see advertising in media. Those are most likely to be legitimate websites.
Is it a red flag if the online platform is not available on the App Store?
Absolutely.
Other signs of potential fraud: unusually high bonus offers, any promises of guaranteed winnings, and crypto-only platforms with no credit card options.
This is a hard story to share. Why have you decided to share it with us?
Because I do think about other folks being affected by this. I know I'm not the only one. It's not a good feeling.
While the FBI receives hundreds of complaints every year about online gambling fraud, the crime may be vastly underreported because victims are embarrassed to come forward. Now, we emailed SpinMe.club repeatedly to ask about Ricardo's case. Our emails bounced back, and when we reached out via chat, the site blocked us.
I mean, just think about Ricardo's story, wanting to pay for his mom's cancer treatment. It breaks your heart, frankly. But how likely is it that he or anyone who gets scammed ever sees a penny of the money they lost?
Well, Jessica, unfortunately, if you've lost money in an online gambling scam like this, it's highly unlikely you're going to be able to recover your money. But there are things you can do. So, for example, you could help other people protect themselves by reporting it, and you can do that basically by visiting the FBI's Internet Crime Complaint Center at ic3.gov.
Ooh, that's a tough loss.
Yeah, no need to be embarrassed when you've got scammed.
Yeah,
exactly.
Better off to warn some other people.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Sure, thanks.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Good seeing you.
Come back again.
I will.